Okay, I think we're recording. I think we're good. Oh my gosh, I'm at a different house on a different computer, and I'm like, everything is so different. And I'm like terrified of everything. I got on early. I was like, can you guys hear me? So I am super freaking excited for this Zoom. I reached out to Cheyenne a little bit ago on Instagram, and I was like, girl, you need to speak on my Zoom, please and thank you. And she said yes, thankfully. And I'm so excited for you guys to hear from her. You guys, she is a powerhouse and always has been. And I'm just so excited for you guys to learn from her. She knows so many little tips and tricks. So please, if you guys are on, put in the chat any questions that you guys have for her. I'm kind of going to let her talk about whatever the heck she wants. So if you guys want to steer it a different way, let me know. But please, 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 if you can, turn on your videos, because there's nothing worse than speaking on a Zoom where you see like one person's face and everything else is a black screen. Imagine if you were a teacher and you were teaching to this. Like, no one wants that, so don't do that. Turn your cameras on, and I'm just super excited. So Cheyenne, if you want to share just like a little bit about your story, and then do whatever the heck you want to do, girl.
Oh wait, can I unmute it? Okay, here we go. It's like, it said to wait for host, and I was like, hello. So my name is Chyann Nickison. I am 21. I will be 22 next month, and next month will also be 3 years of me being in this business. My team is going presidential. I'm not even saying I'm triple diamond anymore. So homegirl over here is going triple. We have another girl going diamond, and I'm going prez. So all of the things are happening, but Chyann, I don't know if you were talking to me, but yes, I am a Libra. But going off of that, like I said, I joined this business 3 years ago in October, and I was just like a broke college student. Like, I literally just joined for money and freedom. That was like the only thing I wanted. Like, I just literally wanted money. I'm very, very red. So I was working 3 jobs. I was also taking 18 credit hours, and I just wanted money. Honestly, I joined with Chyann. So if you guys don't know who that is, she joined at 18, and she was making as much money that I was making with 3 jobs from her phone, being a month older than me. And I was like, okay, what am I not doing? Because something's got to give here. And I asked for like 1,000 questions, because I'm also a primary green, and basically got started a week after my 19th birthday, and just literally have not stopped running since. So in a nutshell, that's kind of my story. I've adopted a dog. I got a cat almost 2 years ago. I just adopted a dog with my boyfriend. I've bought my dream car. My boyfriend and I are in our first home together, and I have no debt. That's kind of my story, basically.
Oh my gosh, I love that so much. I feel like I started when I was young, and I started when I'm 21, and I'm like, gosh, I'm 25 now, and now I feel old, and it's really weird. I don't like it. I feel like I'm like a grandma, and I'm like, okay, I'm still not. It's fine. We're fine. But yeah, you guys, this business can do so many different things for you. Like, it doesn't matter if you're 18 when you start, or you're 30 or whatever. Like, everyone has their own specific goals. When I started, I just wanted to get rid of my credit card. Like, y'all, I just was drowning in my credit card debt, and I was sick of it. Like, I needed a way to make the minimum payments on my cards, because I couldn't. Like, I was having to choose which cards not to pay that month, and it was so horrible. So just know, whatever specific goal is in your heart, you can do it. So I'm going to let you talk about whatever the heck you want to talk about in whatever order. And if I need to stop you and ask questions or touch anything, I will, but just take it away, girl.
Girl, I could talk for hours, so you may not want to give me that much freedom. But yes, if any of you guys have any questions, please put them in the chat. I have it up, so I'll be able to see everything, but I'm a squirrel. I'm just letting you know, and I talk very fast, so I'm literally going to bounce all over the place and just do 1,000 different things. So if you guys need me to like repeat myself, you can just say like, wait, go back, because I can talk really fast, and like once I get in it, my face is gonna get red, and it's gonna just get wild. So I know some things that Courtney wanted me to talk to you guys about is just basically how to train your new distributors and teach duplication at the same time. So honestly, with that, if you guys are familiar with the system of like a checklist called KPI, and Mariah Keto's on the ground over there, just letting you know. But if you guys are familiar with the KPI system, it's the key performance indicators. It's, I believe it was made by Amber Parker, but this system is a thing that like a lot of businesses do, but it's just like a checklist that Amber has been using with her team. And kid you not, you guys, on August 26th, I woke up from a dream, and in my dream, I was looking at a KPI list, and I looked up at my computer, and it was at my apartment, but I looked up at my computer, and it said paid as presidential diamond. And I literally woke up and I was bawling my eyes out. I was like, holy crap, like, God, hello. I know I get goosebumps every time I talk about it. And I was like, literally, what the heck is happening? And I think I may have called Danny. This is like one of my best friends. I think I may have called her, and I was just like freaking out because I was like, what the heck is going on? Like, it was insane. And so basically from that day, I've been using KPIs and I've been duplicating that down within my team too. And that's how I really train my team. So these two girls they're some of my main leaders, and they're also just like my best friends. So they're like my collab girls to like figure out, try to do different things with. And I just got with them and I was like, okay, so how are we going to train our new DTs? Like, what are we going to fix? What are we going to change and do all that fun stuff? So we just kind of came up with the system of literally step by step walking our new distributors through like a training process. And so we do the same things as in getting a selfie to like make a graphic, get them in the team pages, have them add us on social media, accept their tax forms. Like, we do all of those same things. The only thing that I will say could possibly be different is from that. So like step 2 of all of this is basically just walking them exactly through the KPI list. I made a different version, of the KPIs on over. And Courtney, if you want me to send it to you, I totally can, but it's just 6 tasks. So instead of looking at 10, because like honestly, you guys, like I'm a triple diamond, looking at 10 tasks freaks me out too. So I was like, wait, like what the heck? Like how am I supposed to get all of those together? Like I just didn't understand how to do it. So I've even broken up my own list as well, like for myself, but just with this list, it's 6 tasks. I can go look at it just to actually give you guys, but I will for sure send it to you. If I forget, Courtney, just text me. I'm just being honest, I might forget. So I made all of them as affirmations just to kind of be cool. So this is what it looks like. So it says, it has like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And it basically says, I posted my personal story, a life post. I posted to my story about the products with a call to action. So stories with slides, polls, etc. I messaged blank people, and we made it blank because I message like 150 people a day, and newbies may message 30, so like just make that blank because that number can continuously grow. If you only message 15, then you message 15, if like that's all you can do, that's all you can do. But I don't set a number because that number can literally be different for everyone. And then I added blank new people on Facebook and Instagram. Same rules apply with the blank. I got a blank host to post today because, again, this is something that I learned from a leader recently. But maybe like, I don't know any of you guys' schedules. I work from home all day. Getting up 20 to 25, even 30 host to post a day, it may be a challenge, but it's a daily thing that I can get done. Like I've gotten up 22 today, and I have not sat at my desk one time today. That's literally just me like going through the day, But if you have like a full-time job and a family, and you like go to school and you like literally do all the things, maybe you can like physically only get 5 up, But like if you get 5 up, you got 5 up. So like make that your goal. Like obviously make it to where you're stretching yourself, but don't like make it to where like every single day like you're not hitting it, because for your schedule that goal just isn't the right number. Like for me, I follow 100 people a day, I unfollow 100 people a day on Instagram. Maybe you can't do that. Maybe your number is like 20 and 35, like just make it for you. So, and then the sixth task is I did personal development today. So basically with our training, we just walk them through each of those things. We walk them through why posting is important, put in their first post up. And just recently, we've kind of changed our first post to actually be about the samples. So we are introducing those along with posting at the same time. And then the next thing is posting on their story. And I think actually Danny made them. I don't know if she made them or she found them, but we're sending them skinny brew slides to post on their stories as well. And then growing our markets together, like literally showing them how and then doing it with them. And then introducing personal development, getting Zoom downloaded, and then just introducing what times we have new DT trainings and then other team trainings and all that stuff. And then I have a little thing, it's talking about being intentional. So I'm like kind of introducing like time management, being intentional, all that sort of stuff. And then I introduced them to a co-sponsor, which is basically, let's just say I was on Courtney's team. Courtney enrolled the DT and placed it underneath me. I would be that new DT's co-sponsor. So I would just be another leader that that girl is going to go to in this group chat. And then within that group chat, we walk through the last step, which is host to post. So I introduce what host to post are, and then actually give them like a script of doing host to post. And then the very last thing is basically just saying like, okay, you've completed our daily checklist today. Congrats. And it's just basically saying like, this is what we do every single day. You have all the resources now, you know exactly what to do. This is a picture of the checklist, and like I'll be checking in with you like periodically, and like obviously if they're your new distributors, you're going to be messaging them daily, but I just like check in with them from that as well, and just kind of go from there. So I know that was kind of like a long answer to that, but that is honestly kind of how we are teaching like our new distributors, and also like duplication, because like that starts with you. Like they're like, if I'm not doing anything, I'm going to duplicate that down into my team. But like if I'm doing this and I'm doing that, it's scary. If I'm doing this and I'm doing that, then like my girls are going to start duplicating that as well, and then it's just going to feed back down into the teams, you know. So I hope that kind of answers your question on duplicating, but if you want me to like touch on that more, I totally can, because I know that was kind of like a vague answer too.
Am I unmuted now? Just yelled at me. Are you good?
Yeah.
Can you hear me? Okay. No, I love that. I also love, a couple people said they're like, I love that it's blank because it's so different. Like, okay, you're going presidential, I'm going triple. My numbers should be higher than someone that's trying to go Ruby. And it's so awesome that we can still use the same checklist. And when someone goes Ruby, say like, okay, girl, like you were doing 10 host to post a day. Let's try to bump it up to 15 now that your next goal. So it's not, so many people ask me like, okay, what's the magic number of host to post? It's not a magic number. It's doing the things daily, every day, and not today and then not tomorrow. Like you have to stay consistent with it. So I know I have like 3 personal private messages. What do you do for messaging? Because I know that is something that terrifies so many people, is just sending out messages. So talk to us more about your system with messaging and what you do and what you message for.
Yeah, so honestly, I am not opposed to reaching out to people. I don't call it cold messaging because I reach out to people that I have built a connection with on Facebook and Instagram. I will be honest and say that I haven't done that in a while, only because I've been reaching out for host to post. So it's not that I am not for that or I don't do it. I know for a fact Mariah reaches out for people, and I'm pretty positive Danny does as well. But I just reach out for host to post because the way that I message, I'm very, very green, you guys. It's like crazy. And I have like literal documents of my followers and my friends list that I message off of. So right now, the people that I'm messaging on Instagram are people that followed me in 2018. So I'm just messaging them for host to post, and eventually I will hopefully catch up to the top, and then I will just figure out a different system from there on how to message back down or do whatever. But I'm basically I have these lists or these documents downloaded onto my iPad. I work my business off of my iPad, as in taking notes, doing trackers and like digital planners and all of that stuff. It's all on my iPad. So I just message off of that. But honestly, like it's just kind of finding that system for you. Like I would do so many different things. I sign all of my distributors from host to post on Instagram. So I do DT host to post on Instagram with a little story slide graphic that I can show you real quick. This is what it looks like. Hope you guys can see that. Hopefully maybe you can screenshot this and be able to see it too. But basically just says, my friend Chyann is looking for college girls. Mom is full-time workers who are looking to make an extra income from their phones. And it's a picture of me and then a picture of my Instagram. And then it says 18 plus, coachable, no experience needed, unlimited bonuses, create your own schedule, message work to blank for more info. They would obviously tag me in the blank. And then once I get that notification that so-and-so tagged you in a story, I take a screenshot of it and then I enter them later. But this is probably going to look like super confusing, but these were these are followers of mine. So this is like of me taking a screenshot of my followers on Instagram. And where my finger is, that's where I stopped messaging. So, like I said, I have a weird system because that's how it works in my brain. And I know for a fact neither of these girls do that, but they have their own systems for messaging just like I do. So I just message off my iPad and then I put my finger and I take a picture and then that's where I need to start for the next time. And I just literally scroll until I find that name. That's why I stopped doing that, because doing that every single day was just really time consuming. And me being red, I was like, I cannot do that anymore. But I really think it's just kind of finding your own schedule. I know some girls do, like, people that like their pictures, people that like consistently watch their stories, trying to like do the active people on Facebook. There's so many other ways you can do it, or literally you guys just going through your followers. You may like overlap on some people, unsend and resend. Who cares? You know, that's there for a reason. So if like that's what you need to do, then just do that. And then if someone's like, why'd you unsend it? Like, I spelled the word wrong. I'm so sorry. I don't know, because you unsent it, even though it was from 2 years ago. Who cares? You just unsent it. Doesn't matter. But I misspelled a word. My bad. And just something like that. Like, it doesn't have to be like anything crazy, but just keep it simple. Just figure out a way that will work for you, because that's what's going to make it fun. Having all of these documents and stuff in my planner or in my iPad, that makes me so happy. It makes my green just so very happy. I can guarantee you it would stress both of them out to do that. So they're not going to do it like that. Danny's laughing because she's like, there's actually no way I would ever do that. But it's just because like you have to figure out what works with you. So it's just kind of I mean, I hope that answers your question, but I do message for everything. I will reach out for DTs, customers, host to post, and I'm just primarily focused on host to post for right now, though.
Yeah, I love it that you said like there's no one system that's the only way to do it. Like you guys, if I had my entire followers printed out from Instagram, I think I would have a heart attack. Like I could not handle that. But for people that are green, they're like, yes, give me that document. And I would be like, put it away. Like I cannot look at it. So just know like what makes your heart happy is what you need to do. If you're like, I need to physically write things out, paper and pen, great, do that. If you want to keep it in your notes, whatever it is you want to do, figure out a way to make it work for you. So we kind of went into it for host to post. So you get the majority of your distributors from Instagram host to post. Do you get your customers from Instagram host to post as well?
So I just do or TFX host to post on Facebook and then DT host to post on Instagram, and I will reach back out to anyone that posted it and say this. Obviously change that to make it fit like you. If I sign a DT from Facebook, that is why. It's because, or I guess I shouldn't say that. Will do like random like work from home positions available, message me, you know, like different things like that. But typically it's host to post on Instagram, and I reach back out to anyone that does a host to post for me. I'm not going to give you guys a time limit because I would love to say I do it 5 days later. I messaged someone that did a host to post for me September 2019. It's September 2020. It literally was a year later, but I still messaged her because you know what? She needed to be asked. So whatever, it happens. We're not all perfect, but I try to do it consistently. Another random thing that I have, because this makes sense in my green mind, that says 8/25. That little date right there is the time I've messaged, or that's the day that I need to go back to for host to post to message them. So August 25th. This has so many tally marks for other things that I track, but I will not throw it away because it says 8/25 and I know what that means in my brain. I could easily write it on another sticky note, but I may forget what it means. So it's just, you know, organized chaos. But figure out your system, you guys. Like, I'm a hot mess, but I somewhat have like my ducks in a row in a way a little bit.
Oh my gosh, organized chaos. I've never heard that. And I'm like, that is like the description of my life. It's like chaos, but also like a little bit of organized. I love it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so go into more detail about, so I know you message for host to post. Is there a specific like message that you feel like works really well, or do you switch it up? Because I know so many people, like if you guys are on this, put a 1 in the chat if you're like, I've wanted to do Instagram host to post, but I'm kind of afraid of it. Because I know some people on my team are like, does host to post work on Instagram? How do we do that? Yeah, so share kind of how you get your host to post up. I know you do messaging, but talk a little bit more about that if you don't mind.
Yeah, no, of course. So I'm going to send some messages in the chat real quick. Just want to let you guys know if you are looking at the chat. So this is what I reach out for on Facebook, and this is what I reach out for on Instagram. These work really well for me, but I will say, I know Danny has used them before, and they don't work the best for you, right? The host post reach outs?
Yeah, I follow up with a host to post.
Yeah, so she follows up with a host to post. So she'll do a just like normal reach out, and then I don't know if this is the one she uses, but you can use this one. But I'm basically just like, hey, like if they don't respond to my, hey girl, do you want to try my products? Like whatever that message says, I just say like, hey girl, I know you might not be interested in my products. So I was wondering if you'd be willing to help me spread the word. Da 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 da. And then you can also do that as well. So it's kind of, like I said, it's just finding that system. If I have a potential and we're talking and or like a potential customer and they say no to me, then I will say that was totally the wrong one. Hang on, I have to think of what the message is.
Oh my gosh, I have such a hard time with text replacement. I'm like, what's my shortcut? I don't.
Yeah, I literally, that's what I'm thinking. I'm like, what is this shortcut? Because I can think about it on my phone. So that's what it is. My bad. That was just my normal they said no message. But that's the one where if they say no, I always ask them to do a host to post, and I leave that blank because whether I put word or wall, or story or wall, my bad, word, I'm thinking about totally different things, but I'll just put it there. But I hope I answered your question. I just kind of went like all over the place there, but
No,
yeah,
that's exactly
I
what
hope
I
that
want.
helped.
No, that does, because I know some people are like, they would want to try Instagram host posts, but they're like, we don't even know where to start. So I love that you shared those things. And you guys, that script, it's not like magical. It's not like you send it and all of a sudden you get up 47,000 host posts. It's just a matter of talking to people. It's not like every single person that Cheyenne sends that message to says yes. It's not like everyone's like, oh, heck yeah, for sure. I'd love to do that. Also, let me buy $300 worth of products and join your team at the same time. Like, that's not what happens. So I don't want you guys to think like, your top leaders that you look up to have these magical scripts that everyone says yes and buys $10,000 worth of products, okay? We wish it does not happen. We get no's, we get blocked, we get all those things, so don't think that we're immune to that. So, okay, cool. Let's talk about pay. So I know you are very green, so you understand the comp plan. Me, I don't even know. People ask me, I literally don't know. They're like, how much do you get? Like, what's your commission? And I'm like, I have no idea. Like, I literally do not know because I just know we make a lot of money. That's what I know. So if you want to share kind of like little tips on how to boost your pay, any things that you want to talk about, like compensation plan, hook us up.
Yeah, so honestly, I feel like there's so many different things I can tell you guys about our comp plan. One, our comp plan is absolutely amazing. Like, I don't know if you guys have been at a different company or have looked around, whatever, but being like super, super green, I was in another company before I joined It Works and I was not successful in it. So whenever I learned about this opportunity, I literally Googled It Works and I read all of the information I could find about it. I figured out that It Works was an MLM. I searched up MLM companies near me because I thought it was like a corporate job. None of that even lying to you guys. I literally was like MLMs near me because like trying to find like other companies. And then I was reading comp plans from any company I could find. And because that's just how my brain clicks and like my brain works, I literally compared compensation plans within other companies, and then I loved what It Works had, and I was just like, okay. And then that's when I reached out to Shay. Like that was really how it happened. Like I just did my own personal research and I was like, there is like so many ways just to make like random money in this. Like how could I not? And then it was one of those things where like it seemed like so good to be true, but I was watching a family friend of mine be successful in it. So I was like, and like I knew Shay as a kid. So I don't know if I said that, but we grew up together. So I was like, if she can do this, I got this. Like I know I can do it too. And so that was kind of like all it was. But that was kind of a little backstory. Sorry about that. I could literally talk for hours, like I said. But basically, if you guys are looking for ways to boost your paycheck, if you are diamond and above, focus on cabs, you guys. Enroll distributors. Enroll. I used to not be a like mass DT enroller. That was like not the label I would give myself. Like I would just give myself the green leader because like, that was like all I was good at. And I just decided one day that I was going to enroll distributors. And honestly, it happened because I'm also very competitive and I unintentionally enrolled one less distributor than Shay in 2018. And I was like, oh no, I will never enroll less than you again. And it was like the red like kicked on. I was like, I have have to be a Mass DG enroller. And literally since January of 2019, like I have consistently enrolled distributors every single month. I'm not a TikTok person. I will just go ahead and say that. It scares the life out of me. I want to be good at it and I am trying, but like I have not had that like breakthrough success moment, you know, but it is a good thing. I know lots of people do TikTok and lots of people are amazing at TikTok and get amazing results. It's just like not one of those things that like I vibe with yet, but I'm trying, I'm working on it. But so going off of that, I mean, just enroll distributors. Like I said, like if you are diamond or above, cabs are your best friends. Like so just to kind of give you guys like a little bit of a backstory, I lost triple and I was maintaining double, and in April of 2020, I was maintaining double with the highest GV that my team had ever had. I was like 2,000 away from reloading triple. I mean, like we were there, but I mean, it didn't happen. So I was like, okay, it's fine. Like what's happening next month? I made a 5-figure double diamond paycheck, you guys. I literally cried. I vividly remember I called Danny. I was bawling my eyes out because I was like, there was a 10 in front of the comma, like crying because I was like, what the heck? And like insert income disclosure here, but it's because of cabs, you guys. I didn't have any bonuses. I didn't have any like promotional bonuses or anything like that. All those had ran out a long time ago. That was literally over half of my paycheck was cabs. And that was because I enroll distributors and I teach my team how to enroll them, and we don't miss fast starts. Fast starts are life, you guys. And on top of that, and then like oh, I just totally lost my train of thought. I'm so sorry. So yeah, if you're diamond and above, focus on cabs, you guys. They will literally change your entire life. Going off of that, if you're not diamond and above, kind of the same thing. Focus on distributors. Get those fast starts. And even if you are diamond and above and you're like, sister, like I'm still working on enrolling some DTs, okay? Do sample cash, you guys. There are so many ways to just make different types of cash in this business. Like I've made like $100 this month selling samples, and like I sell them off of my story and just like telling people about them. Mariah, I know she messages people that do host a post and says like, I don't know exact message, but it's basically like, thank you for posting, I got you entered, would you like to try a sample of this coffee, da 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 da. He just literally scared the crap out of me. I was like, what the heck? Sorry, Keto's like crawling on my desk. But I know you can do that with samples too. I personally haven't found luck in that, but Mariah has. So like I said, everything's gonna work differently for everyone. Just pop your head back out. But I mean, like I said, like it's just finding that system that works for you. You know, I mean, like there are things that I do that work really, really well for me that do not work well for either of them, and there are things that work really well for them that don't do good with me. And like it's just all over the place. So if you guys are just really looking to maximize your paycheck, just think about the ways that we get paid. So, I mean, I hope this texture placement works. This is what I send to people, how we get paid. Look at that. What can you do on that to maximize your paycheck? So we earn commission. Obviously, you guys know that. Growing your team and getting distributors, and then earning commission off the things they sell, receiving your product, and getting those samples as well, or like the quick sample cash on top of that, or even promotional bonuses. To me, the easiest ways to do that are enrolling distributors, getting fast starts and all of that, doing sample cash. I'm trying to go down here, and then enrolling, or obviously and signing up customers and getting your own commission. And the last one is promotional bonuses, because we don't necessarily have control over that, but we have control over everything else. You know, so I hope that kind of answers your question, or it gives you like a little bit more of like a direction. But just focus on something and just do it. You know, like it's not hard. Do not overcomplicate it.
Yeah. So let's go into a little bit more detail. I know you say you do not miss like fast starts, shopping sprees, cabs. How do you direct your new distributors and to help them to get their fast starts or their shopping sprees on their own? Like, what are you specifically doing with them to help them get those?
So every Monday and Thursday, I have a cab report that I do, and this is a system that I have done for myself. I hope it's a video, or it's a YouTube that Morgan Martin did for Shay. I hope it's on her YouTube channel, but I don't know if it's posted because of what we're talking about, like with it being like cabs and all that kind of stuff. But I'm gonna look at her YouTube channel and see if it was posted. But it's just the system that Morgan does. I don't think it was posted. I can ask Shay for it. We're about to have our leadership retreat, so it may not be like today, but I can ask her if she can send me the recording and I can share it with you guys. But it's just like an actual document that Morgan does. But I mean, even you guys just using like leadership level qualification period report, whatever the heck that one is, diamond bonuses, that's a report too. Just looking at those, I just look at those and I email those people that have not gotten their shopping spree. I email the new distributor saying you're X away, or you're X many customers away with X many days left, and message their enroller saying Becky is X amount of customers and X amount of days left. And then I just kind of say it like that. And I do those every Monday and Thursday. I used to just do them on Mondays, but now I had to do it for 2 days or 2 times a week, just because our team is just like consistently growing. I'm trying to think. On top of that, as for like actually tracking my fast starts and stuff, for what I personally do in my digital planner, which is where I track everything, this is not updated just because I do this like a couple different ways. I just have like a literal tracker, and I just have like all of my DT's names for the girls for like the certain weeks of this month. So like the first week of September, the second week of September, and then I'll do the third and the fourth, just to kind of break it up like that. So I kind of have them in like sections you can see, just so I can see like which ones I need to focus on first, basically. And from that, I just track the day they enrolled, their name, ID, placement, as in placed on my chart. There's a column for 6 LCs, 150 in volume if they have an auto shipment on, and then enrolling 3 distributors. So it says DT 1, 2, and 3. So I hope that makes sense.
It does. Can you share about like what you do with the new distributor to help them sign their customers? Like, do you have them do host to post? Do you have them post? Like, how do you get them enrolling customers on their own right away?
Honestly, host to post. Like, just with going through the KPI system, the way that we train them, doing that system every single day is how these girls are enrolling, and just like building that connection with them on top of that. But for the actual like systems of how to do it, it's just doing the KPI list. Like, I've been working with different girls on my team for this month, and there have been girls that have enrolled customers this month that have either never enrolled customers or haven't enrolled them in a long time, because they're using this KPI list, and because I'm being intentional with them and just talking with them about it and everything. So that's just kind of what we've been doing. But I mean, we post for customers and like do product posts and things like that, but I just teach my new DTs the same way that I work this business. I don't have them reaching out for customers because I don't reach out for customers. I have them reaching out for host to host because that's what I do. So I just have them doing what I'm doing, just so I'm not like, hey, reach out for customers, but like, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to do this, because like, it kind of sounds weird. So I just have them do what I do, basically.
Yeah, so many times when as a leader we like stress ourselves out about like what the perfect way to lead them is, and it's like if you're doing the right things, and sometimes I have to remind myself this too, because it's like you're not sending a distributor and you're like you're not doing anything, and then it's like, well, I'm not doing anything. So a lot of times if your new distributors aren't killing it, it's because you're not killing it. So like look at what you're doing and let's work with your new girls based off of that. So 2 more questions I think, and then I think we're good. Do you have any specific tips for how you seal the deal for customers and or distributors?
Just follow up, you guys. Honestly, like, I know that's something you guys hear, like it's always the same thing, but you guys follow up. Like, that is going to be the biggest freaking thing. My system for following up is, so for today's the 17th. So I followed up with people on the 15th. So 2 days prior. And then anyone from, what month is this, September? So August 17th, July, June, May. I can't go backwards. That's all I can do. But I just go backwards on the ones like from this day. And I do that every single day. So I do 2 days ago and then back the month like for this day. So I'm reaching back out to those people as well. And then on Friday, I do the people from this month. So I hope that makes sense. So like on this Friday,
so like you write down every day who you talk to, correct?
Yeah, because the way that I know someone privately messaged me this, and I was going to answer your question about how I actually set up my planner. I will show you. I promise I'm not just like beating around your question. Um, so with that, so tomorrow I will message the people from, I hope you guys can see this. That says the 18th, I think. Yeah. So I will do from the 16th until the 1st. And then I'll do everyone on previous months of the 18th. I hope that makes sense.
Yes.
And I just write them down every single day, like exactly how you said. So how I personally keep my planner organized, like I said, everyone, you do not have to do this. This is confusing. There's times where it even confuses me sometimes, but how I do it every single day, I'll be honest, for today, some days I actually have to like hourly track my day because like my days are crazy. Sometimes excuse me, I don't have to. Like today I didn't do it. I just kind of like literally worked within the nooks and crannies of my day because I didn't know when they were going to be. But this is what my checklist is like today. So over here on this side, it's a host to post tracker, a potentials tracker, the hourly schedule, my daily task list. I can't even speak. So sorry. I do the same KPI list, like I said, and I have mine broken up into AM, lunch, and PM, just so it's like easier for my brain to process. Because if I looked at the whole KPI, which is 10 tasks, it's a little overwhelming. But when I look at it like this, even though it's all broken out there, there's what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 times 3 is 24-ish. So it's like a 24 list basically. So it's like a 20 plus list. But looking at it like that, I know that before 11 a.m., AM needs to be done. 11 a.m. to about 2, 3, 4, lunch needs to be done. And then before I go to bed, PM needs to be done. So is there a specific app you use on your iPad? I use GoodNotes, and I literally made this picture on Over. So I like this exact graphic. I literally made this on Over. The only thing I didn't make on Over was like the actual hourly schedule, which looks like this. Hope you guys can see that. Like trying to peek under my iPad, so my computer screen. I literally made that on Google Sheets, and I took a screenshot of it and I put it on Over. So I just like add it as an image onto Over. But everything else is literally from Over with different fonts and using the dashes. I made all the lines. Took a while, I'll be honest with you, but my green heart was loving every single second of it. So like I said, guys, you just gotta figure out what works with you. I mean, I have a girl on my team that does this in her daily planner. So in her like day designer, this is what she does every single day. For me, I have the same picture that I literally just scroll every single day, and that is how I keep it on there. And then you can like select the days. So then for like August, I will select all of August and I will move them to an August folder. So then they're gone from like this folder, but they're in another one. So then when I'm doing those follow-ups, I just go back into the thing, and then like I will like put like a little check mark that I followed up with those people, scroll the next one for the next day, and then just kind of do it like that. So I mean, like there is a system to the madness, but you have to figure out your own little madness to figure out your system, because like I said, it's going to be different for everyone.
Yeah, for sure. I love that. I am not a green, but I'm like, I think I could handle that. Like, I think I could get my head around that. So sorry if you could hear my puppy like pawing at the door in the background. He does not like to be.
No, you're fine.
Someone said, do you host contests for your team, or do they just get excited because they see you working?
Do I host contests for you guys? Yeah, kind of. I'm like, I don't know. I forget most of the time, I'll be honest. Like,
Like random surprises for me.
yeah, they're like random things. Like, I don't have like a specific, like, every Tuesday we're gonna have a contest. Like, nothing like that. I'm not that green, but I just do like, I do random things, and I try to make them different. Like, I know, I meant to do one the other day. Dang it, I just remembered that. It's fine. I meant to do a host to post one the other day. Totally just forgot about that. But basically I just do different ones. Like we'll do like loopy cases, and a coffee dealer shirt that I found off Etsy, cups, the freaking Starbucks cups, the reusable ones, I think is what they're called. They're like the venti ones that we all make our coffee in. Guys, oh my gosh, your team will literally die for those. Tumblers, I mean, there's so many things you can do. Just like literally products. Like, I know you guys can't see it. I have an entire bookcase over here with products. Just give some products, you know. And I do random ones just whenever we're pushing for different things. We did a bubble one time. I know Danny did that when she was going double. Yeah, so like you like got to like pop a bubble on like an over graphic basically, and there was like a prize underneath it. It's like that's fun. So I mean, we do different ones. It's just kind of whenever it happens basically.
Okay, I have one last question that I want to touch on. Someone put in the chat, they said, I need a little over 5,000 to enroll by month end to promote to Diamond. Is that truly possible for us? So
Absolutely.
I want to talk about, like, I know you've had some big numbers needed for your promotions. Like, talk about the mindset of promoting and knowing that it's possible, and like any tips you would tell, like if someone came to you on your team and they said, hey, we need 5,000 for Diamond, is it possible? What would your response be?
Honestly, I'm going to be very red whenever I say this, so I'm sorry if this is like a little bit like too much, but like, how bad do you want it? I mean, honestly, I have to ask myself that a lot. I'm 60,000 from presidential, you guys. That's a big number. Am I going to do it? I mean, myself is not, like my team is, you know, but I mean, how bad do you want it? And like, I don't mean that in like a vague way or anything like that, but I mean, that's honestly like what, if I had to like come to myself and like ask myself that same thing, I mean, I would. It's like whenever I was promoting to double, I went to bed on the 24th being 2,000 away. I woke up, went to class for the first time in 2 weeks because I was pushing double, and I got home and I was like, we're going double, oh my goodness. And I was about 5,500 away because orders ran and, well, orders didn't run. Basically, we had declined. I'm like, no, orders did not run. But yeah, we tried. But I mean, like my volume like literally doubled from what I thought it needed, you know? So, I mean, like it was terrifying. And I called Shay and I was like, I was like literally profusely crying. And I was like, dude, like, I'm not going to do this. And she was like, well, then you're not. And I'm very red, so you have to think like the way Shay was talking to me was the way that I needed to be talked to in that moment. But she was like, are you just going to sit here and cry about it, or are you going to go promote? And I was like, oh, I was like, well, I guess I'm going to go promote. And like, that was like all I needed. It was just that little bit of like, are you just going to sit here and cry? Are you going to go promote? And I was like, well, I'm going to go promote because like, I don't want to cry about it because that sucks. And like, that was seriously all it needed. And I personally enrolled about 2,500 GV that day. Personally, my team enrolled about 3,500 in total that day. The next day we enrolled about 400 volume, and I was feeling really great in that moment because I was like, holy crap, we just had a huge day. Today we barely got anything. Oh my Lanta. And then the next day we ended up promoting like later that night, and it was like the 27th or the 28th. Also, your dog is absolutely adorable. I said that too. Look at that little face. Sorry, I could talk about dogs for hours. I'm a dog mom now, so I can talk about it. But
No, it's so true. Like, how bad do you want it? Like, I woke up the day that I promoted to double diamond, we needed 3,000 that day. And it's so funny because so many times I had a girl on my team, I think 2 months ago, she was, the day that she was promoted to Ruby, she needed like 100 the last day. And she was like, it's not going to come together. And I was like, what? Like, it's all a mindset thing, because when I woke up the morning of that I went double, I was like, oh, it's coming together. Like, I had no doubts in my mind. So it's just a matter of how bad do you want it? How bad do you want to promote, and how hard are you willing to work for it? Now, I'm not going to tell you if you have nobody working on your team today that you can go triple diamond at the end of the month. Like, I'm not going to tell you can go from 0 to 35,000, but realistically, okay, Oscar, what is your deal? Okay, gosh darn it. Just how bad do you want to promote? How bad do you want to work for it? That's all that it comes down to. So thank you so much for hopping on with me. I am so sorry for Danny and Mariah. Sorry to keep her from you. I'm sorry. I had no
they
idea.
love it. They love hearing me talk.
I saw them on your story and I was like, oh my God, I'm the worst. But I hope you guys have the best night. I will put this up on my YouTube. probably today or tomorrow. And yeah, I will, if send me the stuff, I'll remind you what you're giving me because
Yeah, I literally was gonna ask you. It's the task list that I do every day, and then the KPI list with the 6, right?
yeah, and then the link to the cab report.
Oh, yeah, the Shades video. Okay.
Yep,
I knew
yep.
I was gonna forget. Got on my sticky note, so I'll remember it now.
Okay, well, thank you so much for hanging out with us tonight. This was so good, and I am just so I can't wait to see you promote to Prez. I'm gonna like cry my eyes out. It's coming soon. I'm so excited. So I hope you guys have a good night, and we'll talk soon. Bye.
All right, bye, you guys.